Welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I will show you how to make this fun and easy crochet bandana that is super quick to make and it will be perfect for summer. Grab your favorite hooks and your favorite yarn and let's create something cool together. Here is the bandana we're going to make in this tutorial, and is created by making this beautiful stitch called arcade stitch, which creates these beautiful arches. And before starting, I would like to give you the measurements. So for the length, the bandana is 26 centimeters approximately, and the width will be 46 centimeters. I hope you enjoy watching this tutorial, and if you do, please don't forget to press the like button and leave a comment, and please consider subscribing for more tutorials like this. You can find this pattern for free on my website dublinbaycrochet.com, or if you would like to support my channel, you can head to my Etsy shop and get your copy of the pattern there. So now let's get started. This is the exact yarn I've used for this tutorial. This is 100% cotton and is by Hobby. I'll be using a 4mm crochet hook, and you will also need scissors and measuring tape. So to start row number 1, we're going to make a slip knot. And after making the slip knot, you will work 6 chains in order to start row number 1 of the bandana. So here I will work 6 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 chains in total. And then after that, you will work 1 double crochet into the 6th chain from the hook in order to form a ring, or in this case it looks more like a triangle, and then you will start working inside that ring or triangle. And this is how your row number 1 should look like. Now you will work 3 chains and turn your work. And this is the start of row number 2, and you will work 6 double crochet into the ring in order to create the first shell of the bandana. And the first 3 chains we've created, they're going to count as the first double crochet. So you will have 7 double crochets in total. And this is how row number 2 is going to look like. And as you can see, we have our first shell created. And in this case, you're going to work 4 chains and turn your work. And we're going to start working on row number 3. For that, you're going to miss 2 double crochet, and then you're going to work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Then you're going to work 3 chains and miss 2 double crochet and work one single crochet in top of the 3 chains that we worked at the beginning. And here we created the arches of the bandana. Now you're going to work 3 chains and turn your work to start working on row number 4. So here you will work 6 double crochet into the first arch in order to create the first shell of the row, as we did before. So each shell will consist of 7 double crochet in total. So it's important you work, in this case, because it's the first shell, we work only 6 because we have the 3 chains. Then you're going to work 1 single crochet into that single crochet from the previous row, and then you're going to work 1 shell, so that would be 7 double crochet into the following arch. I'm almost at the end of the row, finishing the shell, and as you can see we have 2 shells separated by 1 single crochet. And now you're going to work 4 chains and turn your work to start working on row number 5, and in this case you're going to miss 1 double crochet and then work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So as you can see here, I'm working 3 single crochet and then I'm going to work 3 chains, and in this case I'm going to miss 5 stitches, as you can see here, and work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Now you will work 3 chains, miss 1 double crochet and work 1 single crochet on top of the beginning 3 chains. And as you can see, we've created an extra arch, so now we have 3 arches. So here we have 3 in total. And now we're going to work 3 chains and turn your work. And for this row, you're going to repeat what we did before. So you're going to work 6 double crochet in the first arch. And after working the 6 double crochet, you're going to miss 1 single crochet and work 1 single crochet into the next one. And then you're going to work another shell into the following arch, as you can see here. And this is the way we're going to continue working for the next of the row. So you're going to work shells and single crochet. So that's the second shell. Then you're going to miss 1 single crochet and work a single crochet into the next stitch. And then work another shell into the last arch of the row. And this is how your row should be looking by now. And we have the 3 shells. And now you're going to continue working these 2 rows. So you're going to work 4 chains and repeat the row of arches. So the arches are the chain spaces. So you're going to miss 1 stitch and work 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Then you're going to work 3 chains and miss 5 stitches and work 3 single crochet in order to create the arches. And you're going to repeat these steps until the end of the row. Now this is the row completed, and you should have 4 arches in total, or 4 chain spaces. And now for the next row, you're going to work 3 chains and turn your work. And to start row number 7, you're going to start working the first shell, and for that you're going to work 6 double crochet into the first arch, because we already have the 3 chains which count as the first double crochet. Remember that each shell is made out of 7 double crochet, so here is our first shell completed. And then you're going to miss 1 single crochet and work another single crochet into the next stitch, and you're going to work the next shell, and in this case you're going to work 7 double crochet into the 3 chain space, and after your shell is completed you miss 1 stitch and work at a single crochet into the following stitch. And you're going to continue working this shell pattern until the end of the row. And this is the row completed. You should have 4 shell stitches in total. And then you're going to continue working these rows until you achieve your desired length. We'll start repeating row number 6, and for that you will change 4, miss 1 stitch, and then you will work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and you will work 3 chains and miss the next 5 stitches, and then work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So your first arch is completed, and you will continue working in this pattern until the end of the row in order to create the arches of the bandana. I'm working the last single crochet of the row, and in this row you should have 5 arches in total. And then you're going to repeat row number 7. So for that you're going to chain 3 and turn your work and start working the shell stitch into each arch in order to create the pattern for this beautiful bandana. You can go ahead and continue working the pattern repeats of this row, and I will meet you at the end. I'm now working the last shell of the row, and by the end of the row you should have 5 shell stitches in total, as you can see here. And then you will continue working your bandana, repeating row number 6 and 7 until you have 13 shell stitches in total. Here I have my bandana finished, and as you can see I worked 26 rows in total, and that would make 13 shell stitches at the top, as you can see at the top of my bandana. And now we're going to work a border across the sides in order to achieve a nicer finish. And for that, you're going to turn your work and you're going to work 3 chains, and this will be row number 1 of the border. And then we're going to work onto that double crochet, the last double crochet of the shell, 2 double crochets. So then you will have 3 stitches in total. Then you will work 1 chain and move to the next shell, and you will work 3 double crochet into that last double crochet of the shell. Then you will work another chain, miss the arch, and then go to that double crochet and work 3 double crochet in total. And you will continue working this way until you reach the corner of the bandana and the first side is all covered. So you're going to work 3 double crochet and 1 chain along the side, the first side of the bandana. Here the first side is completed and I've reached the point or the corner of the bandana. So you're going to work in there as well, and I will show you now how to do it. So you're going to work 1 chain as before, and you're going to go into that space and work 3 double crochet as we did before. And you're going to work 3 chains, and you're going to work another group of 3 double crochet into that same space. And this is how the corner or the point of the bandana should look like. And you're going to turn your work a little bit and work on the opposite side. So for that, you're just going to repeat what we did before. You're going to work 1 chain and go to the 3 chain space. So this will be the beginning of the shell, and work the group of 3 double crochet. So here we have the first set or the first group, and you will work another chain and then move to the next shell. And as you can see there, I'm working on the beginning 3 chain of the shell, and I'm working the group of 3 double crochet as we did before, followed by 1 chain. And you're going to continue working this way until you reach the last shell of the bandana. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this side, and I will meet you at the end of the side. Here I'm working on the last group of double crochet, and as you can see, this is the first row completed, and you should have 13 groups of double crochet on each side, plus the corner, which is 2 groups, and here you should have also 13 groups in total. And now we're going to start working on row number 2 of the border. So for this, you're going to work 1 chain and turn your work, and we're going to work on the wrong side of the bandana, and you're going to work 1 single crochet into that same space, work 4 chains, and miss the 3 double crochet and work 1 single crochet into that 1 chain space, and then you're going to work again 4 chains and work 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. So you will be working only on the chain space from the previous row, and you will continue working this way until the corner of your bandana. So you will work 4 chains, miss the group of double crochet and work 1 single crochet. And when you get to the corner of the bandana, you will work 4 chains again, work 1 single crochet into that corner space, work 4 chains again, and work another single crochet into that same space. And this is how the corner should look like by now. And then you will continue working the same sequence all along the other side of the bandana. I'm now working the last 4 chain space of the row, and you will work 1 single crochet into that 3 chain space from the previous row. And now row number 2 is completed, and we will work the last row of the border, and for that you're going to work 3 chains and turn your work. And now you're going to complete a row of shells. So for that you're going to start working double crochet stitches into the arches, into the 4 chain spaces, and on the first arch you're going to place 6 double crochet in order to create the first shell. As before, the 3 chains from the beginning will count as the first double crochet. So here I have the 6 double crochet, and then I'm going to go to the next chain space and work 1 single crochet. And this is the first shell of the border created. I'm going to go to the next to the next space and work a complete shell. So that will mean placing 7 double crochet into that chain space. And once the shell is completed, I'm going to the next arch and place a single crochet. And this is the sequence you're going to continue working along the border of the bandana until you get to that corner space. And this will create a lovely edge for your bandana. I'm gonna go ahead and continue working on the shells until I get to the corner. Here the first side is completed, so now we will work 9 double crochet into that corner space, and you will work 9 double crochet instead of 7 in order to create a bigger shell and have more space to turn your work around and continue working on the opposite side of the bandana. Here I have the 9 double crochet, so this is a shell created, and I'm gonna go to the next chain space and work 1 single crochet as I did before. And as you can see here, the corner is completed and I'm ready to work on the opposite side of the border. And I'm just gonna continue working the same sequence than before. So you're going to place 7 double crochet into the next chain space in order to create a shell. And once you have the 7 double crochet, you're going to go to the next chain space and work 1 single crochet. And you're going to continue working this way until you get to the end of your work. Now this row is completed, and this is the last row of the border. And as you can see, it created a beautiful shell around the edge. Now it's time to start working on the ties of the bandana in order to secure it nicely around our head. And for that, I'm going to work 52 chains, but if you would like longer ties, work extra chains. I've now worked the 52 chains that I needed to create the ties, and I'm going to go to the second chain from the hook, and I'm going to work a slip stitch into each chain available until I get to the beginning of our chain. I'm now working on the last slip stitch of the tie, and in order to create a nicer finish, we're going to work another row on this edge of the bandana. And the next step is to place 5 single crochet into the previous 3 rows of the border. So here I'm placing 5 single crochet in total, as you can see. And this is the last single crochet. So here I have worked the 5 single crochet. Now you will work 3 chains and miss only 1 stitch and work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So here's the third single crochet worked, and you will miss 5 stitches and work 3 chains again as we did in the previous rows, and work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And you will continue this sequence until the end of the row. So you will work 3 chains and miss 5 stitches and work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches until you complete the row. I'm now here at the end of the row, working the last 3 chains. And here we have the 3 rows we worked for the border, and I'm going to place 5 single crochet as we did at the beginning of the row. So here I have 2 single crochet. I'm going to place another single crochet into that arch space and 2 more single crochet at the end of the row. And this is how your work should be looking by now. And now we're going to repeat the other tie of the bandana. So you're going to work 52 chains as we did in the previous one. And then you're going to work one slip stitch into the second chain from the hook and one slip stitch into each chain available until you get to the end of the chain. So I'm going to go ahead and continue working slip stitches, and I'll show you how to finish your work. Here I'm working the last slip stitch of the tie, and to finish it off you're going to turn your work on the wrong side of the bandana as I'm doing now, and you're going to place a slip stitch into the next single crochet, and then you're going to work one chain and then you are ready to cut the yarn because your bandana is completed, is finished. So this is the last part, cutting the yarn. So the only thing left to do is to weave in all the ends. So this is how the bandana is going to look. And as you can see, there's no many ends to weave in. It's only 2. But I will show you how to do it. And for that, you're going to grab a tapestry needle. And you're going to hide your ends through the stitches of the bandana. And as always, I like to do it 2-3 times, up to 3 times, in order to make sure those ends are secure and my bandana is not going to unravel. So I go 1 time through the stitches, as you can see here, and then I go back and then I do it another time. So this way I'm 100% sure my work is not going to unravel and you will have a lovely bandana to wear. Now you only need to fasten off that thread, and I also wanted to show you how to hide that end from the beginning. So we are basically doing the same thing we did before, just going at least 3 times through the stitches in order to hide that yarn. And you can tighten it up a bit as you go. So here is the second time I'm going through the stitches. And now another time. And your yarn should be secure by now, so you can go ahead and cut the yarn. And now your bandana is complete and ready for the summer. And as you can see, it's a very quick project and very beautiful that you can make for selling, or you can gift to your friends or wear yourself for the summer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!